What if the silence you've been avoiding is the doorway you've been praying for? Imagine the room you're in right now growing very still, the distant hum fading, the clock softening, even your own thoughts easing like waves after a storm. And within that hushed space, something begins to breathe for you, with you, through you. The world bows for a moment and makes room for a truth that doesn't need applause to be true. In that quiet, you are not empty. You are held. You are not abandoned. You are accompanied by a presence gentle enough to sit between heartbeats and strong enough to carry galaxies. This is where the journey begins. Not in noise, not in hurry, but in that sacred hush where your soul remembers its first language. Hope does not always arrive with trumpets. Sometimes it is a small light, a warm hand on the shoulder of a heavy night. Sometimes it is the memory that breath is prayer, and prayer is breath, and every inhale is permission to live again. By faith, we call this sanctuary home. Be still and know that I am God is not a scolding. It is an invitation to let your spirit unclench. You do not need to impress the one who formed you in secret. You only need to be here, to open your hands, to let the gravity of grace pull you back to yourself. Growth begins when we stop performing for a world that cannot save us and start listening to a God who already has. The soul's most courageous act is not running toward a finish line, but returning to the present with trust. See it, the soft lamplight pooling over a wooden table, steam curling from a simple cup of tea, the window glass trembling faintly as night wind moves the branches outside. Hear it, the faraway corridor hush, the quiet tick of your house settling, the whisper of your shirt as your chest rises and falls. Feel it, the weight of your body claimed by the chair, socks against warm floorboards, the steady drum in your ribs like footsteps from another country announcing that life is still knocking. In this scene, nothing spectacular is happening, and yet everything is changing. To be here is to be gathered. To let each sense anchor you is to learn the syntax of peace. When you let the world recede, you discover you were never truly alone. You simply couldn't hear your companion over the volume of your fear. There are days when the floor seems to tilt, and what once felt solid dissolves like salt in rain. Plans unravel. Goodbyes arrive without explanations. The mind spins for answers, as if the right sentence could stitch the sky back together. But the deepest transformations do not thunder. They germinate. The soil looks blank for a long time, and then one morning there is green. Waiting is not punishment, it is gestation. The void is not a verdict, it is a womb. Faith reframes absence as preparation, tears as holy water, the long night as a pasture where God shepherds your wandering heart. In Scripture, wilderness is never wasted, it is curriculum. Manna does not fall on crowded calendars. It finds you in the unplanned spaces, the wide open places where need is honest enough to look up. If you have ever feared the empty room, consider that heaven loves to meet you there. Put your palm on your belly and notice. Breath enters uninvited and leaves unforced. You do not earn it. You receive it. That rhythm has been with you since your first minute in this world, and it will stay until your last. Let it teach you. Inhale and allow everything you cannot control to rest in God's hands. Exhale and release what you never needed to carry. Inhale a steadying courage. Exhale the noise that kept you sprinting in circles. Your breath is the smallest revival and the greatest. It turns the body into a chapel, and the moment into an altar. Somewhere in that gentle rise and fall, you remember that your worth was settled before you lifted a finger. There is a pilgrimage every soul must make alone. not as rejection, but as recognition. Walk it without hurry. Boots on the path, gravel chiming underfoot, sleeves brushing your sides like wings. Above you, a canopy of cloud. Below you, the old earth receiving every step as if it has been waiting for them. The air smells of cedar and rain. No one asks for your resume. No one needs your summary. On this road, you do not have to be impressive. You need only be present. Presence is not passive. It is fierce. It is how you outlast the storm, by becoming the calm center God speaks to. Think of Jesus asleep in a boat while waves argued with the shore. The storm did not crown him. His stillness did. In that same authority, you can let the sea inside you settle. You can say, "Peace, be still," and hear it obey. Solitude is not a prison when you discover the friend who keeps pace with your silence. In the quiet, your heart learns its alphabet again. The slow vowels of mercy, the steadfast consonants of truth. You will hear the unglamorous wisdom that responsibility to your own soul is fidelity to God's design. You will feel the tender courage to put down the armor that made you heavy and pick up the gentleness that makes you strong. Your scars will stop auditioning for an audience. They will become stained glass windows, catching the light of a morning you once thought you'd never see. The absence you feared becomes room for presence. The ache you hid becomes a doorway for compassion. You are not failing because you do less talking. You are maturing because you do more listening. Let the world chase applause. Let your life choose integrity. Consider the sun. It rises whether we watch or not, warming stone and field, lifting fog from the hills. It does not consult our mood before it shines. This is how you are allowed to live, quietly luminous, giving without announcing, faithful when unnoticed, generous when unseen. When no one says, "Good job," heaven already has. When the crowd is gone and you are simply kind because kindness is correct, you are most like your Maker. Scripture says the Father who sees in secret rewards openly, but often the reward is not a trophy. It is a heart that doesn't need one. Glory feels different up close. It is lighter, truer, easier to breathe around. And what of the emptiness you keep trying to solve like a riddle? Let it be a room. Do not rush to furnish it with distractions. Sit on the floor of that open space and listen for the voice that always raids the quiet first. If you resist the impulse to fill, you will find yourself filled. The Spirit has a way of moving like wind through uncluttered chambers, of sowing songs where we expected only echoes. When God formed the world, He started with a blank. Do not despise your blank. The canvas is not a deficit, it is destiny's invitation. Your next chapter is not hiding in more noise, it is waiting in deeper notice. Some days no message comes, no hand reaches back, no metrics clap for your effort, and that is when the truest knowing arrives. Who are you when unseen? This is where the soul grows sinew. You learn to bless your own forehead with honesty, to whisper "I see you" to the face in the mirror that no platform will ever fully understand. You become the keeper of your flame, not the borrower of a spotlight. You choose to guard the morning like a treasure, to meet the day as if it has something sacred to say. And it does. Drink your tea. Read your page. Pray your small prayer with large sincerity. Lift your eyes and let the light find you where you are. When fatigue presses in, do not mistake it for failure. Rest is not quitting. It is obedience to a God who built the seventh day on purpose. Lay your shoulder against the kindness of Sabbath until your heartbeat remembers a slower covenant. You were never meant to be the engine of your own worth. Productivity can measure output. It cannot measure aliveness. To be fully alive is to carry a quiet joy that doesn't report to circumstance. It is to walk through your rooms with a gratitude so patient it turns doorknobs into miracles. It is to hold your pain without letting it hold you, to invite Jesus to sit with you in it until the pain learns his name. Think of the biblical mustard seed, how small it is, how vast it becomes. Your small acts matter like that. One deep breath when panic wanted a paragraph. One honest journal line when pretense begged for a paragraph. One soft answer when anger stood in the doorway. These are the seeds that grow a life where God's kingdom can rest its weight. Your calling is not theatrical. It is thorough. It touches the sink and the spreadsheet, the apology and the evening walk, the text you send that has no angle, only care. The Spirit works most clearly where we stop shouting long enough to hear instructions that wisdom whispers. Lift your hands for a moment, not in striving, but in release. Feel the weight slide from your fingers. Name what you cannot fix and return it to the one who can. You were never asked to be the hero of your own story. You were invited to be the beloved in God's. The potter knows the clay, and nothing about your shape surprises him. Every delay you mistook for denial was timing, learning how to bless you. Every unanswered question drove your roots deeper than convenience ever would. The tree that survives the winter knows a music spring cannot teach. And you are remembering your song. Now rise. Not loud, but sure. When you stand, let it be as one who has learned the dialect of peace. Walk like someone whose steps are prayer, whose eyes know how to find light in unlit rooms. Bless what is in front of you. Forgive what is behind you. Carry your quiet as a lantern. The world does not need more performers. It needs more pilgrims. Do the holy small things. Choose the unadvertised good. Break your bread and let your life become a table. And when the noise swells again, return to the sanctuary within you and listen. Because in the deepest silence there is a voice, and in that voice there is a path. And on that path there is a home you never truly left. In stillness, you rise.